Welcome. Today we're going to do a demonstration of the global energy method. This is one of the many modalities I work with energy healing. And I wanted to do this demonstration to show you a little bit about how I work virtually, what distance healing is all about, and how I use muscle testing and act as a proxy to work with people. And so this method of energy healing is incredibly comprehensive and really gets to the root of issues that you may or may not even know that is contributing to maybe some aches and pains or symptoms that you're dealing with. So today I have with me CT. CT is going to be my volunteer today. So we are going to be doing an actual session on CT. So everything that we're doing is exactly what I would do in a private one-to-one session, although she's being brave enough to share her session with all of you. And so this is exactly the process of what it's like to get an energy healing session done. Now, CT, all you have to do is sit back and relax. If you want your eyes open, they can be open. If you want them shut, they can be shut. You can definitely ask questions along the way, but I'll be explaining everything as we go. Fair enough?
Sounds good. Good.
Okay. So the first thing that I do when I work with a client is I connect with them energetically. And I use a process called muscle testing to get answers, in this case from CT's subconscious. Now, your subconscious mind knows everything there is to know about you. It's an incredible record keeper, and it knows every emotion you've had, every food that you ate, everything that's happened in your life. It's a massive computer and record keeper. So we can actually ask the body what's going on that maybe is contributing to some of the symptoms that we're dealing with. And then we can release that energy. And the goal is when we release that energy, the body rebalances, repairs itself, does its own self healing. And it's pretty incredible what can happen when you release this energy. So, I'll be doing muscle testing today and I'll be acting as a proxy. I'll be using the muscles on my body. I'll be doing the ring on ring method today. So, I'm going to interlock my fingers. And essentially, when I pull these fingers outward, they either are going to stay strong, that's a strong muscle test, or they're going to pull apart, and that's a weak muscle test. So if they stay together, it's a way of just asking CT's body what's going on. And if I ask a yes or no question, this would be a yes and this would be a no. And then I'm using this software for the global energy method to find imbalances that are stuck or locked in her body. Okay. And then we're going to release those. So I'm going to share my screen so that you can actually see the process. Now, I am using a test account just to protect CT's private information. And so CT is not 2 years old, just so you're aware. But we're going to keep everything private for purposes like that. So today, what we did is we decided what CT wanted to work on. And so she wants to work on thyroid health and optimal function, and then healing and recovery of symptoms of thinning hair and exercise fatigue. Is that right, CT?
Correct.
Okay, that's worded well for you?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just start by asking CT's body if it's okay for us to connect energetically. And so I'm going to ask that of her subconscious. And as I do the muscle test, I'm getting a strong yes response. I'm also going to ask if it's right, safe, and appropriate for this healing to happen today. I'm getting a yes with that. And if she's ready, willing, and able to release energy today for her greatest good. And that is a yes as well. So when I get those three yeses, we're connected energetically, and it's okay for us to proceed with the session. So we're going to ask CT's body with this software, with the global energy method, where the most important and impactful imbalance is that we need to release or align or fix that is causing these symptoms of thinning hair or exercise fatigue. Okay. So let's see, is this part of the physical system, the psychological, the spiritual, energetic imbalance? Now, these are just categories that house lots of different types of imbalances. And as I do this, CT, I'm going to give you a report at the end so you can have notes of everything that happened. Okay. So let's see, is there a contributor related? So there's something causing this. So let's see where that is. And this is, again, just a menu of different types of imbalances that could be coming up. So right now we have a sleep imbalance energy That is contributing. Is this contributing to thinning hair? Yes. Is it also contributing to the exercise fatigue? No. So it's more so affecting your hair, this sleep imbalance energy. So this is a sleep surplus energy. And so this occurs when your sleep cycle is essentially it's inconsistent. And so your body's trying to catch up on sleep. So there's times you have it's this surplus of sleep energy, but it's actually an imbalance because you might be going to bed at different times. You might be taking naps in the middle of the day, trying to catch up on the previous night, that type of thing. And everybody says, okay, sleep is so good, sleep's important. But when you have a sleep surplus, essentially it's knocking your body out of rhythm. And the effect of that, in this case, one of the effects is thinning hair. These two are connected for some reason. Now, with energy healing, anything can cause anything. Okay. So we're not going to judge why or how or what the connection is. It's just your subconscious is bringing this to your attention that we need to improve your sleep cycle. Okay. So I'm just going to see, is there anything we need to release here? No. Do we need to balance anything here? No. So we're just going to do an encouragement that your body can have a natural, just a fall back into a natural, healthy sleep rhythm and so that you have consistent natural sleep each and every night. So we're just going to add that positive encouragement energy and we're going to muscle test to just see if your subconscious heard and accepted that encouragement. And that is a yes. So beautiful. Okay, so now we're just going to ask what else is at the root of these issues with these symptoms, with this thinning hair and exercise fatigue. Okay, so we have another type of sleep imbalance energy. So let's see what this is about. This is specifically with your circadian rhythm. Now, are you familiar with what the circadian rhythm is?
I've heard it before, but you're going to have to explain it.
Okay. It's actually a 24-hour cycle, and it's a cycle that your body goes through every single day. Okay. There's a morning cycle and an evening cycle. A lot of people hear circadian rhythm and they think about, oh, that's what tells me to go to sleep at night. And yes, that is absolutely part of it. But throughout the day, there's certain times that your blood pressure is naturally at its highest and naturally at its lowest point. There's certain things that happen in the morning hours that trigger hormones that tell you it's time to wake up and be alert and that it's daytime. There's hormones that get released towards the early evening that tell your body to shut down and go to sleep. So the circadian rhythm is very much attached to where you live. It takes cues from the environment. So, daylight and nighttime, when you sometimes travel and change time zones, that can sometimes mess up people's circadian rhythm because it's, again, taking cues from the environment that you're in. So, there's a lot involved in this. And so, there's an imbalance within your circadian rhythm. So we're just going to see, is this affecting thinning hair? And it is. So it's affecting this aspect. What we're going to do now is just balance your circadian rhythm. So I'm going to do that now, just using a governing meridian today. And we're just going to encourage balance and harmony to this 24-hour circadian rhythm cycle and just restoring that back into balance. And has that been balanced? Yes, it has. So perfect. All right. So let's move on and see, is there something else that's truly at the root of this issue of why your hair is thinning, you're having exercise fatigue, or anything that's related to this overall health of your thyroid? So there is more that we can decode today. And we're back with the type area. And we are still working with sleep CT. So tell me, this has come up now 3 times. There's different aspects of it. Do you normally tend to have sleep disturbance or interrupted sleep?
I did for years and years. And this goes back to our early conversation. I would say not recently, but definitely in the past. Um, but I can always say I don't ever wake up feeling like I slept.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's very common too. You might be sleeping a lot of hours, but not getting the healthy, restful sleep in each stage of the sleep cycle.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely. So, this one is called a sleep inconsistency energy. And it happens when you have inconsistent sleep. And this is, if you read this explanation, it'll be on your report. It even says a person could be a good sleeper as far as soundness is concerned, but have irregular sleeping patterns. And so that consistency again is really important. So we are going to go ahead and just encourage your body to again fall into a natural, consistent rhythm of proper, restful, and restorative sleep in every stage of the sleep cycle. So we're just going to encourage that consistent balancing. And has that been encouraged? It has. Beautiful. So sometimes with this method, we're releasing energy, sometimes we're balancing energy, sometimes we're adding positive repatterning, which is this encouragement energies. And this is really important because it creates positive neural pathways in the brain and it just moves the body in a positive vibration when it's been fighting what's been going on under the surface. All right, so let's see as we look at these overall symptoms, these issues of thinning hair, exercise, fatigue. Is there more energy that we can decode for your greatest good today? Yes. And so this is relating to your energetic system. And this is in balance with one of your acupuncture meridians. Are you familiar with what the acupuncture meridians are?
Not where they are, but the meridians themselves.
That you held them. Okay,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, you have an energy system in your body, and these meridians are all these pathways that flow all over the body. You don't have to know where they all flow or go, but they carry life force energy throughout the body, and they can become twisted, misaligned, disrupted, imbalanced. And when that happens, the body doesn't operate properly. A lot of these acupuncture meridians support organ systems, glands, promotes proper blood flow. There's a lot of things that it supports in the body. So, what's come up for you is what we call one of the dental meridians. And so, this is a meridian that leads somewhere in the mouth to different teeth. So, let's find out a little bit more. This is the lung dental meridian. Okay. It's located at tooth number 19, which is a lower left first molar. Okay.
Is that
That
like the back?
Good question. I think I need to look at a chart. I'm not 100% sure. It's a left first molar. So I don't know if that's the back or the front molar. We'll have to look at a chart.
Probably one of the only teeth I don't have a cavity on.
Awesome. All right. So there's another layer here, though. That's where the imbalance is located, and that's relating to this overall imbalance to your thyroid. So this is related to an emotional type of energy. We call it an external energy because the emotion is essentially suppressed, not in the physical body, but literally right outside the body in your energy field that's around you. So when you have an external energy, sometimes it's an emotion that you felt and you pushed out, or sometimes it can come from the outside world that you let into your energy field and got suppressed there. So, what type of energy is this? Let's find out. So, this is inherited. So you inherited this energy from one of your parents. So this started out internal and got pushed out. And so now it's ultimately affecting you in these many ways. So let's find out what the emotion is. This is the emotion of abuse. Okay. So we have an energy of abuse. And so let's find out a little bit more. So, was this an inherited energy of abuse inherited from your mom's side of the family? That's a no. Was this inherited from your father's side? Obviously, yes. It's one or the other. And let's just ask, does this go back further than your father? And in this case, it does. So, this is an older energy. So, let's find out how many generations back this is. Is this more than 5 generations? And that's a no. So, five, four, 3 generations on your father's side. So that's where this energy of abuse originated. And it got passed down until it came to you. So this doesn't serve you. It's not supporting or helping you. It's not your fault that you've had it, but you've had this literally since the moment you were conceived. This got passed down just like your other genes, your hair color, your eye color, all that. So let's release this. Okay. It's really easy to release this energy. And we're going to release this not only from you today, but this is one energy we're going to release from you and from all generations. So this is a healing for your father and all the generations above him. Okay. So let's do that today. So we're going to go ahead and just tell your body to release this inherited energy of abuse from all generations, letting that go for good. It doesn't serve you. And we're just going to ask now, has this energy been released? And that's a strong yes. Beautiful. And now we want to replace that. We want to fill in the gap from that being left. So we don't want to recreate new energy. We don't want to fall in the habit of feeling abuse energy over and over. So we're going to replace that with the energy of care. So if you just think about care and support, we're going to go ahead and add that energy to support long term healing. And has that been added in? Yes, that's been accepted, that energy of care. And oh, and I just today, when we released that emotional energy, that then affected that dental meridian and cleared that line out, which again is helping to support the healing of this overall spiritual energetic imbalance. So it affects everything up the line. Okay. So there is another imbalance here within your energy system. So this is an imbalance in one of your chakras. All right. So we are working with a transpersonal chakra. So most people know the seven main ones that go up and down the body and have different colors. We actually have a whole lot more chakras than that. So this is called a transpersonal chakra, and this is the stellar gateway chakra. Okay. So this chakra is positioned beyond your physical body. Okay. Maintaining balance to this chakra helps boost your spiritual development, enhances your intuitive abilities, and so on. Let's make sure that we have this chakra open and balanced. Okay. What is contributing or causing this chakra to be imbalanced in some way? This is being balanced by something called a reducing dissonance energy, and it's called a relationship conflict. So, this actually comes from the world of psychology. There's something called a cognitive dissonance, and that's when the conscious brain and the subconscious kind of disagree or they have some type of misalignment. When it's a reducing dissonance, it's like you make excuses for that misalignment to stay in cognitive relationship, essentially. So, this is a relationship conflict energy. So, we can try and find out more about this. So, first, let's find out when this energy was created. So, we're just going to test here. This occurred at age 23. So, a few years ago, you may or may not have any idea what this is about, but you're nodding. Does that resonate? Can you think of maybe a relationship conflict at age 23? You can. Okay. So, when you have a relationship conflict energy, a lot of times, again, you're making an excuse to be in relationship with someone that you may not agree with, or you may look up to them, but then somehow you disagree with the way they work or behave or something like that. So, all right. So this makes sense to you. You created this energy and it's been affecting you ever since. So we're going to release that energy because it just doesn't serve you anymore. Fair enough.
I'll just say, just for confirmation for your viewers too, I got into a dating relationship, end up marrying that person, but it was very cult like. And within 6 months, I left because of that. Like, it was not what I was signing up for. And I was going down a cult like capture plan. And I escaped. And then I never, ever went back into church and the whole religious spiritual thing, even though I'm spiritual. So this is, yes, this, hey, I'm telling you, your stuff is like without you knowing anything, the AO scan that you do, this that you do, it's so spot on.
Yeah, because it's just coming from you. It's your
Yes.
body saying, look, we've got this connection and now it's affecting us physically. It is time to release this and let it go for good. Wow, that's really amazing. Yeah, I had no idea.
I know you didn't. And then I'm just like, okay, this is deep. This is hard punching.
That's the beauty of the global energy method. It really gets to the root of things. And whether you realize it or not, it gets there. All right. So let's ask your body to just release this relationship conflict energy that no longer serves you. We're going to let that vibration leave for good. And has that been released? That is a strong yes. Beautiful. Very good. Excellent. So did that balance out the chakra? Yes, it did. So good. So take a nice deep breath with that one. Make sure you're breathing for me. Good stuff. Okay, so with that, is there anything else that is truly at the root of this issue that would have the highest impact on immediately healing and recovering this thinning hair and exercise fatigue? So I'm getting there's nothing else that would have this immediate healing and recovery. So we're also, though, so we're not going to release anything else, but instead we're going to do some positive repatterning energy. So we're going to strengthen some energy that's already within. You already have this, already exists. We want to reinforce and strengthen some energy to support long-term healing. So we're going to reinforce internal peace for you. Okay. So it already exists. We're going to strengthen this energy and we're going to increase this sense of overall internal peace for you so that your body can tap in and experience peace. It's also going to help support your nervous system, your endocrine system as a whole, as you embrace and strengthen internal peace. So that's been strengthened. Beautiful. Okay, are there any encouragement energies? Yes. So we're going to do some encouragement, with also helps support your energy field around you. And this is more of a positive energy that I'll be sending to you versus something that's already inside. And we're just going to encourage a strong, confident response to stress energy. Okay, a strong, confident response to stress energy. And has that been encouraged? Yes, it has. Beautiful. Very good. Very good. Okay. Any other positive repatterning that's beneficial for CT right now? And that's a no. So beautiful. So take a nice deep breath and let that out. The energy work is done. What we released, what we added. We don't have to re release anything like that. But your body just needs now to adapt to those changes. And that's going to take about 2 days. You don't have to do anything specific, except I do suggest that you stay properly hydrated. Okay. I encourage proper water as well. You can also eat water rich foods. A lot of times people try to just gobble massive amounts of water. Water rich food is also extremely hydrating. So you can think about the foods that you eat as well. Oh, so that is your session. So do you have any questions about today at all?
That I just find your work fascinating. And you have to be like an energetic healer and know the software, and you do it so well. And it was truly eye opening to know that I was questioning the thyroid and then get to the spiritual release. That was the path is always the path. So,
Yes. Yeah, definitely. And again, your body knows what needs to be released, aligned, balanced. All I was doing was facilitating your own body doing its healing. And so, really, that's between you and the higher power. And that's it. Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. So good. I'm glad you enjoyed the session. Thank you so much for being vulnerable and letting us do a session live so that other people could benefit and learn a little bit about how the global energy method works. If you're intrigued or interested about distance healing, muscle testing, or energy healing in general, feel free and reach out to me. My web address is rebalancewithkate.com, and I can be reached on social media at Rebalance with Kate. Feel free to reach out. I am more than happy to do a free call, just a free consultation, a free call to find out if this type of work would benefit you, if you feel like it would be a good impact for you, you have questions, feel free to reach out and I'm happy to do a discovery call. So thank you again, CT. We appreciate it so much. And I hope everybody has an amazing day.